The knackers were blocking his side of the board. There I need a key. I don't have a key, I think. No. Let's collect these things. Ah, there's the key. Drifrin, these charlatans are about to begin the amputation. They say I have a chance to pull through, but as with such things, nothing is for certain, especially as I awoke this morning to discover gangrene had set in. Hence the reason I write to you now. If you are reading this, it means I did not survive. First and then foremost, raise a glass in my honor. Then make for the trebuchets on the other side of camp. Between them you will find some trinkets from Rosberg. I had planned to return for them myself, but it seems the great sun's grace no longer shines upon me. May you emerge from this war in one piece. Igith. Ikhit. Hey, Falstro, how are you doing? Welcome. So let's go back to the chest. Now that we have the key. There we go. And quite a bit of money. And then we will continue to our next main objective. It's here.
What happened here?
Oh, damn. Look at that.
Sadly, it was Rayla who met with surprise. 100-yard gap gaped in the unbreachable walls of Rosberg.
Right in
the
time,
fortress
Potter.
itself was aflame, spewing black smoke into the sky.
I don't... How? It can't be!
There was no time to consider her question, for Nilfgaardian scouts had spotted Meve's company. The Queen knew battle was inevitable, so she gave the signal to form a defensive line, then drew her blade.
Fighting time! At Rosberg, Meve realized Nilfgaard had not started this war simply to draw more favorable political boundaries, nor to shift the continent's balance of power, but to burn the north to the ground and build a new Nilfgaardian-dominated world atop the ashes. Thus, the Lyrians were not fighting for honor nor spoils, but for survival. Hint: prevent the scouts from calling reinforcements. Story battles, special rules, and shortened battle. Spewing moistness. Spewing moist ointments. Okay. That is good. Can switch this out. This okay too. Fire, always good. That is good. That is good.
Your Grace,
Okay.
Nilfgaardian fighters remain in the city.
After 4... So what is it? After 4 turns on turn start, summon reserve units. Death Witch, increase their timer by 2. So, first of all, I can use this one. And then I can use this one.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Ha! Every turn on start, reduce timer by 1. When timer expires, draw cards until your hand is full. I see. So that was a good move. Our leader ability reduced them, and then I could attack all 3 of them with this card.
Of course, as you wish, master.
Spawn a random potion into your hand. Well, let's
This could hurt.
play some fire.
Scheiß! In tray!
Bloody
And
nonsense.
play some
They'll
more
pay for
fire.
this.
Watch your heads!
It is very useful so far. I really like it. And then also set this one. So whenever he plays a card on this row, they get damaged by 2. Let's move this one to strengthen Gascon.
Here.
Now, what do I do next? I can do this and set the mark there. Cooldown isn't ready yet.
I refuse to believe it. The king could not have died here.
Okay. Now, could use the runestone. I think I will use this one. After a different ally is played from hand or moved to other row, move next to it and boost it by 1. Doesn't sound too helpful. Let's play this one. They have all different strengths, so I will hold off on that a little bit.
Scheiß in Trey!
Now, let's bring... Let's see. I have 8. This bad. If I bring that to 6... and this one to 6... can attack with my leader ability all 3 of them. And I can get rid of this one. And use the last one here. Now use the leader ability. And continue.
Off to the front yet again.
Now I can use Black Rayla.
Enough chit-chat. Draw your weapon.
She will be able to let me pick a card from my deck. He passed, okay. So what do we have here? Don't I have Renard somewhere? There he is. Because he will
We must
reset
trust each other.
Rayla's ability, which means I can pick another one. Now I can use this. And then I play
Nothing personal, I
Gascon.
assure you.
Well, they burn away.
Prepare to fight if you've any honor.
And that should be it.
Watch for Demoben's banners! If he's here, we must find him!
Victory!
The Lyrians met one note of luck in this song of woe. Rosberg had fallen, yes, but the Nilfgaardians, not expecting reinforcements from the south, had stationed only a small detachment to hold it.
I think I like the
Meve
combination
led her men to
with
victory
the
and
rune that
retook the
attacks
fortress.
the enemy and
Or
my
rather,
leader ability.
what was left of
Because
it.
with the rune I can even out the strengths and then I can attack multiple enemies with it.
What they did not demolish during their assault, the Nilfgaardians burnt once inside the city. Countless charred corpses of both defenders and peasants seeking shelter from the invaders lay among the blackened ruins. Some had tried to shield their children from the fire with their own bodies. To no avail.
Gods be damned!
The queen cried, pounding her fist against the wall. Meve was about to give the order to move on when she caught a stifled whimper coming from a pile of rubble. Her soldiers ran to the rescue, their bare hands digging through the fiery bricks.
Here! He's alive!
The man they pulled from the ruins had suffered horrible burns. His face was a stew of seared flesh and pus-filled boils, and he reeked of burnt meat. Seeing Black Rayla, the poor soul staggered to his feet and lifted a shaking hand in salute.
Engineer Lieutenant Xavier Lemons, reporting for duty.
Oh boy.
Medic! Send for a medic!
Lemons! What the devil's happened?
I know not. The East Tower, I led the defense. Heating oil to tan Nilfgaardian hides. A catapult struck. The cauldron tipped, burst into flames. The rest, I cannot say.
The fortress fell.
Fell? Damned Scoia'tael.
Scoia'tael, what have they to do with that?
Our preparations were perfect. A month, 2 we could have lasted, but traitors were among us. Elves, dwarves. Planted charges on the buttresses. An explosion shook the tower.
Hey,
A hole
Hyrog,
gaped
welcome
in
to the
wall.
stream. How are you doing?
Our men threw themselves in, filling the breach.
Vermin, filthy, rotten vermin.
I know you suffer, soldier, but Queen Meve wishes to meet with your sovereign, Demavend. We must know what's become of him.
Gone, luckily. He oversaw the preparations, then returned to Aldersburg. 3 days past.
Okay.
Then let us do the same. Reynard, prepare our departure.
Had a day off and everything? That's nice. Hope you spend it well. Got some rest.
Hold your grace. Did anyone survive? Anyone at all?
I mean, maybe they took prisoners.
The Nilfgaardians might have taken prisoners. There's hope.
How could they? An entire detachment? An entire city? The animals.
Soldier, my medics will tend to you as best they can.
Oh, your
Then we
last
can
day off
escort
in
you
May?
home if-
That's crazy.
This is my home, your grace. Rosberg.
That is cruel.
I beg you, let me join your company. Let me exact revenge.
I respect your fighting spirit, good man. But in your state,
Your grace, I can hold neither shield nor sword, but I can still fight in my own way. I'm an engineer. I build siege towers, ballistae, bridges, whatever you wish. I pray, grant me a chance.
That sounds good. I'm doing
Such
good,
pain,
Hyrog.
Such ferocity resounded in Xavier's rasping, distorted voice that Meve could not refuse his plea. Once the medics had bandaged his wounds, Meve's men set out towards Aldersburg, following Demavend and the Nilfgaardians. At one point in their journey, Black Rayla rode up next to Meve. The warrior's lips were a thin line, bitten to blood.
Xavier Lemons.
Milady, the road to Aldersburg leads through Moulderwood, where Eldain Scoia'tael prowl. Same filth who killed my men and delivered Rosberg to the Black Butchers.
Rayla breathed deeply to steady her furious, shaking voice.
Please, milady, I ask you upon the holies, let us find them and destroy them.
Meve gave a slight nod. It seemed the road to Aldersburg would prove long and full of challenges.
Ooh. So let's have a look what we got here. Got a report. Fresh reports indicate Elf named Eldain commands powerful force in Moulderwood. Numbers equal or exceed your Majesty's company. Extreme caution advised. Eldain's background: assimilated merchant operating in Gullet area, radicalized after family killed in 1246 program. Eyewitness state Eldain cannot be trusted. He honors no pact and never keeps his word. Then we got the new card, Xavier Lemons. Let's see. What is his ability? Where is he? There he is. Order. Choose a card with order and give it 1 charge. Charge 2. Xavier's card makes Rayla's utterly bonkers. Yeah, I can see that. They work together well, it seems. Yeah, let's get rid of one of these. And then... let's get rid of 1 field medic. Okay. That's good. Nothing to upgrade here, but we can talk. We can talk to Black Raider and to Xavier.
Your
Let's
Majesty,
talk to Xavier.
I've been meaning to thank you for allowing me to join your ranks.
Certainly, Xavier. I welcome all foes of Nilfgaard to march beneath my banner. But what did the field surgeon say? Have you not resumed work too soon?
I've strength enough to wield a hammer, though my scars still burn, and fiercely so. Milady, I've seen folk turn and frown at the very sight of me. If my appearance disgusts you, I can...
Nonsense. The Nilfgaardians, not you, should be ashamed. You've no reason to hide, no reason to cower.
Exactly.
Thank you, milady. It means a great deal to hear that.
Tell me more about yourself.
You've long served in King Demoven's army, haven't you?
Yes, Your Grace.
Why enlist at all? What prompted you to do so?
The king needed engineers. I answered the call.
Okay.
Not terribly talkative, are you?
I can build any bridge, any ballista, but to talk, well, it hurts to talk.
I see. Well, do not worry. I prefer deeds to words, in myself and others.
Okay.
Other matters await my attention. We shall speak later.
Good to have in
As you wish,
our
my lady.
little group. Let's talk to
Yes?
Rayla.
Rayla, how are you holding up?
Not certain I understand what you mean.
All Edirn is aflame. Nilfgaard's banners fly over its cities. Don't tell me you're not troubled.
Of course I'm troubled. I stationed at Rosberg for 5 years. Knew all on the crew there by name. But that's war. That's its nature. No sense bemoaning it.
I see. Just know if ever you wish to talk.
I won't, but I do appreciate your concern, ma'am.
Okay, tell me about more about Eldane.
This Eldane. Could you tell me about him?
He should hang.
Okay.
I'd hope to hear advice that will be useful to us in battle.
First of all, you can't rightly trust the bastard. He doesn't respect our laws, doesn't share our morals. The king once dispatched an envoy to Eldane, despite my advice to the contrary. Found the envoy the next day, eyes gouged out, shaft of his white flag jammed down his throat.
So, diplomacy's clearly not the wisest course.
Seems that
But
way.
what of battle? What tactics does he employ?
Like all elves, he's a worm. Avoids open confrontation, sets ambushes, attacks from the shadows, from midst the trees. It would be best to burn this whole forest to the ground, deprive him and his folk of cover, any place to hide.
Sounds rather drastic. Like tossing the babe out with the bath.
Believe me, they'd not hesitate to do the same to us. Not for a moment.
Well, that
must
doesn't
go.
mean that we
We'll
have to
speak
use the
later.
same methods. But don't have to lower ourselves to that. Though I get her sentiment. So, let's see. Where do we have to move now? Okay, we now have to move up. How do I get there? Oh, we're now so we got here, now we continue this way, I guess. There's a point of interest. Okay.
A pity Willem is not with us. Were he to see what lies before our eyes, caught a whiff of the burnt bodies, perhaps he would see with whom he now consorts, whom he allowed in our home with nary a fight.
So
If it
Willem
be
is
your
our
Majesty's
son,
wish, I shall send a rider to the prince with
whose
her.
influence
I wish
to
nothing of the sort.
betray us.
I will not correspond with the enemy.
So quite gruesome. It seems that the Nilfgaardians burnt down the entire city and pretty much all of the inhabitants. So, we have a shrine that will boost our morale. We need that. Notice board. Inscription post. We have some points of interest. A puzzle up ahead. More points of interest. That's good. Some loot
Dwarves
here.
breach the walls, ploughing traitors. Where's the king? Why'd he leave us a black-clad mercy? They took everything. I'd head to the wood, but my fear of the Scoia'tael.
Okay. Some recruits. Some loot.
Where's the king? Why'd he leave us a black...
Actually wanted to loot this. Thank you. Let's carry on. Okay. Pretty narrow road
Meve's
here.
ears caught the sound of a ruckus coming from the camp.
Thieves! Ingrate! A pox upon you all!
It was her quartermaster hurling oaths at the peasants she had freed from the Nilfgaardian slave convoy. A few had stolen supplies under the cover of darkness and escaped into the woods. Terror and dread gripped the other freed prisoners.
Great.
Meve mulled over what to do with them, and Reynard, as always, offered some advice.
Well, it's probably not like dwarves and elves in general. It's mostly just the Scoia'tael that they struck a deal with Nilfgaard, and that is not unprecedented if you with the other Witcher stories. Just casually looting the last from a burned down village. Now, yeah, they're just casually doing that. And this, if you remember last stream, I was given the decision of either letting a group of Nilfgaardian prisoners join me, or free them, or leave them alone. And it seems like the ones that I saved are now stealing
It's high
from me.
time they went off on their own, your grace. They are too great a hindrance. They slow our march, divert our soldiers from more important tasks. And now this.
Gascon was listening to their conversation. Meve shot him a questioning look.
I opposed taking them in. So, for consistency, I now oppose forcing them to leave. We made their miserable lives our responsibility, did we not? Well then, that is a burden we cannot simply shrug off.
Well, I agree with that.
Let us not mince words. We cast off these peasants now, they shall die.
Meve said in the end.
Let them stay. But I want them watched. They cause any more trouble, military justice they shall face. Understood?
The freed prisoners sighed with relief. The infantrymen assigned to watch over them, however, grumbled their disapproval of the Queen's decision.
It is an army, not a shelter.
They said. Meve's ears surely caught the complaint. But the Queen had never let the opinions of others guide her in such matters, trusting only her own judgment.
Okay, morale went down to neutral again. So, okay, we have a point of interest up here. There's a doggo! We found a doggo!
Not liking the looks of this.
Gascon said, furrowing his brow. Meve followed his gaze. Before them, beside the road, stood a hut with a scorched thatch roof.
Why?
Huts abandoned, yet dried fruit and mushrooms hang from the eaves. Famine raging all around and no one's been tempted. I'd send a scout if I were you.
The Queen did as Gascon suggested, and sent 3 infantrymen to reconnoiter. They entered the hut and found only silence, that was soon broken by a blood-curdling growl. The soldiers ran out at full speed, tripping over their own legs. Meve drew her sword, convinced a horde of neckers or ghouls would soon attack. But her fears proved unfounded. Instead of monsters, out of the hut came a shaggy dog.
A shaggy
torn
dog.
scrap of fabric clutched in its teeth.
Milady!
One of the soldiers began, his face red with embarrassment and his hands covering a hole in his breeches.
Oh,
It was
no.
dark as a well inside, and that hound, it jumped out at us, all of a sudden biting it and snapping.
Bad boy.
Gascon said with a smile, then pulled a hunk of dried sausage from his bag. Bought by this generous offering, the dog calmed down at once.
There we go.
Further examination showed the dog was the hut's only resident. Like many others in Aedirn, its owners had disappeared without a trace. Their loyal mutt still guarded the premises, waiting for his master's return.
Let's take him with us.
Gascon said.
Otherwise, he'll die here, of his own hunger or someone else's.
Yeah, let's take the dog.
A
I
watchful
want the
sentry
doggo.
like this could prove useful in our camp.
Said the queen.
We can't just
Fine.
leave a doggo.
We can join, but he shall need a name.
How about Reynard?
Proposed Gascon. A cheeky grin smeared across his face.
That way, he'll come when you call, sit on command, and always be a heel. Always heel, that is.
Watch your words,
Said Reynard, hand tightly gripping the hilt of his sword.
or you'll learn I'm not at all as tame as you believe.
Enough, both of you. That's an order.
These two
As
bickering.
for you,
The queen took a good look at the dog, who still had a scrap of fabric in his teeth.
since it seems you've a taste for the cloth of the nether regions, I dub you... Knickers.
We have Knickers
Will
the
that do?
dog.
The dog wagged its tail vigorously, as if thoroughly pleased with its new name. Meve's company marched off, a furry new recruit richer.
There we go. Let's see what kind of special ability he has. Woof woof. Woof woof indeed. Immune. Permanent resilience. When you play a gold card, summon Knickers from your deck. This unit may raid your hand for yummy treats. Ooh. I mean, I don't know what that means, but obviously I have to use the doggo card. But who do I... Oh, let's throw one of these out.
For Knickers.
Thank you so much, Hyrock, for the 100 bits. That's very nice of you and very generous. We will not kill the doggo, we will protect the doggo. Yellen, thank you very much, Hyrock. Okay, we have a doggo. Now everything is fine. We're safe, everyone is safe. We have the doggo. Gold and some wood. Oh, we have a puzzle down here. Let's see, where's the there is the puzzle. What do we have? Looks like some kind of ghoul. Okay, let's see. Oh. Protect your ass then, Fizz. In order to evade Nilfgaardian patrols, Meve veered from the main road. This detour, however, presented other dangers. The Lyrians lost their way riding through a mist-draped forest. Following a narrow, overgrown path, they stumbled upon a ruined homestead. It appeared abandoned, yet appearances can be deceiving. Eliminate the ancient foglet. Do not let Meve die. Okay. Okay. Mobile. On turn start, spawn 2 foglets. Give 1 charge to the card on the right. Okay. Then we have the Wagenburg. Rivia and Sapper. Damage a unit by 2. If it was destroyed, repeat this ability. Same there. And move 3 cards. So I guess we first play this.
Watch your heads!
Oh, I probably should have done that against that one, I think.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Now, let's see. Can damage per 2. Let's end the turn.
Fishing in the moat? Oh, you're dead.
Okay, that was pretty good. Charge to the right.
Pointy end upwards, right?
Not quite. Not quite. But that was fairly close, actually. That was close. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I think for the most part the strategy was pretty good. So they moved these two forward. Maybe a little bit different.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
I think that was not bad. Okay. Then play this
in the
one.
moat? Oh, you're dead.
Now I can play this one. Damage this, I guess. Hold it. Okay. Don't think that will go well. It's happening now. Oh, okay. Let's see. How else can I do this? I feel like playing this first makes sense. Maybe
This could hurt.
maybe do this. Now, the question would be, which ones do I want to... Okay, what I could do would play this
Thing
one,
about slings, they hide
move
well.
these, and then do this. Hello, Asha Balanar. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
Of course I'll manage. I trained a full week.
I don't think that will...
Don't you worry yourself, your grace. We'll get her done in no time.
Yeah, that won't be enough. Close. Oh, no, I did it. Ooh, I did it. Haha, beat the foglet, beat the puzzle. Working, so I can't watch the stream right now. Oh, very sorry to hear that. Hope you get home very soon. But thank you for stopping by. Another puzzle solved. All the puzzles. This forest belongs to the Enshade. Leave this place at once, cursed one, or you shall remain here for eternity, Aldane. Okay, lovely little person. This Aldane guy. Woohoo, we did it! Acolytes! Okay. Ooh, wow. Look at this.
Meve and her companions neared the Moulderwood, a dense, ancient forest of trees whose tangled branches had witnessed the conjunction of the spheres. It was not until King Vidamont's day that a road was finally carved through the primeval thicket, significantly shortening the journey from Rosberg to Aldersberg.
Even when peace reigns, danger rules this road.
Rayla said.
Now no one dares travel it.
At the edge of the wood, by the road, stood an enormous willow. Its branches swept down to cover its trunk, looking for all the world like long tresses shrouding a woman's face. Meve had an ill premonition. She did not like the sickly sweet aroma wafting from this tree, nor the metallic buzzing of insect wings. She sent a scout to investigate. He drew aside the drooping branches,
oh boy,
and stumbled back. There were men bound to the tree, covered in sap oozing from gashes in its trunk. Its heavy scent had attracted swarms of insects, flies, wasps, bees, and beetles. They seethed over the bound men, crawling in and out of their ears and nostrils.
Eldane welcomes us to his wood,
Rayla whispered. Meve stepped towards the tree and saw the men stuck to it were all still alive. Those the elves had caught recently writhed and howled for rescue. Those hanging longer merely followed the queen with half-crazed, bloodshot eyes.
Now we...
The Lyrian soldiers stood, daggers in hand, waiting to sever the ropes and free the unfortunate captives. But Meve stopped them with a firm gesture.
Stop! Most are beyond saving, and this may be a trap. Keep your distance from the tree. That is an order.
That is nasty.
These men usually carried out her orders without a
can be
moment's
very
hesitation. This time, however, they glanced towards her, reluctance writ on their faces. Only after Reynard repeated the order did the Lyrians sheathe their arms and slowly move back towards the road. For a long time thereafter,
I don't trust this.
Howls from the old willow trailed them.
That is terrifying. Now we have bad morale, but I do not trust that thing.
Nightingales. Unmindful of war, they sing on.
Those are no birds, my lady. Just Scoia'tael scouts use animal cries to communicate. Tell the men to hold to the road, my lady. Anyone wanders in the trees, they don't come out.
Okay. Great. Don't like this place. What's this? Let's move into this direction first. It's like a maze. Oh, there we have a fight. Let's do the fight. The presence of wind-tossed tents suggested others had visited the Moulderwood not long past. Yet why had they deserted their camp? What had become of them? Before the Lyrian scouts had a moment to investigate, they were surrounded by the sounds of slackened bowstrings and whistling arrows. Shortened battle. Have to remind that. Only one round, okay. Okay, that is good. So I can put Rayla away, because with Xavier I can summon her. We have the doggo. Now, summon Nickers from your deck. So, from your deck, so I can put him away as well, since I have a gold card. There. Then I can have fire, that is also good. We have Gascon. And... well, that, I think that is a good mix.
Nee, duan came est.
So now, let's see. How do I want to start this? Let's set some fire here.
I smell a leak.
Wind toss 10s, 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 wind toss 10s. There was even more because I can't count. Hashtag pro streamer. Can't say everything. Whoa. Rude. Okay. Okay, let's try the
Fear not.
Xavier one.
We shall achieve our goal.
Oh, that's not how I thought. He can summon a card with orders. I misunderstood. That is kind of bad. I messed up big time here. I'm so stupid. Well, at least now I know how it works. Rude as hell. It's what you do in the Twitch preparation camp. I don't want him to die though. Because maybe I get to the point where I can actually use his ability, which would be nice. Or damage it by 6? What? Should have read that before. Damn, that's not good. Okay. Okay. Kind of putting myself here at a disadvantage.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Let's put them all on the fire row. Yeah, I think Xavier is dead because I messed it up. Or maybe they attack someone else, which is also okay. I mean, at least it strengthens good old Ache, but everyone else is dying, which is not great. Let's see what we have here. This might actually be pretty good here. So let's play the Wagenburg here. Or maybe not. Maybe they will probably just destroy it, and it was complete waste to do that.
I shall not fail.
Yeah, it was complete waste. Great. Okay. Okay.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league
I
away.
mean, maybe I will find a way to beat them. I just don't know. Let's get rid of the one guy there. At least. I mean, we still have Aig, who does a lot of damage, and Gascon, or not damage, but has a lot of strength, so there's still a hope. Now let's play this card. Rid of this one. Let's do this.
Oi! Hey there! Come here!
Okay. It's okay though that he did 1 damage and we got 2 strength from it. So
For Rivia!
for now we're still fine. Never believed Alpha was actually in Scotland. Conspiracy
elven
theory
land,
there.
Dwan, upon which your kind dies.
Wait, you're serious?
Yep. That actually was pretty good because he attacked every time with 1, and for every attack we got +2. So that wasn't actually too bad. That turned out pretty well.
Death awaits us all.
Turned out pretty well. Thick Aig, exactly. The Revenge of Aig now with Slick 72 strength. Beat the Scoia'tael. Nice. We did it. Oof. That was pretty nice. We'll look at the map. Let's move south first. Then we have another puzzle. Guess I will have to do that. Puzzle fight. Located at crossroads, shrines of Melitele were meant to protect travelers from evil. Yet when Queen Meve approached one to pray, her force suddenly came under fire, victim of an ambush. Sometimes irony stings. Reduce the power of all enemy archers to 1. Do not let me die. Okay. Powerful elf. Elven rogue. Queen Meve. Oh, okay. I have to reduce these to 1. Reinforcement. Choose an ally and play all copies of it from the deck. Becker's Dark Mirror. Damage the highest unit on the battlefield by up to 15, then boost the lowest unit by the amount damage. Draw and play 2 blitz units from your deck. So I don't know how this works. Oh, I see.
One boat's all I need.
Okay.
Give me a time.
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans.
Our ballista, your command. Armor won't serve.
I did it! First try, puzzle victory! Becker's Dark Mirror. Hey Athalas! Still at work but watching you on my phone. How's Meve doing? I'm not sure if you can hear me, so I will just go the thumbs up. Meve is doing A-okay, and hello. Okay, we got a new car. Let's see. I mean, that is pretty strong. Question would be... let's change it up for this one. I like this one. You can hear me, nice. Students are good? Oh no, are gone. Which is good, which I meant. Hope you had a good time at work. We have holiday today, so... And Queen Meve is doing great. We were successful so far. Now, how do I get there? Oh, from the other side. I can build something? Oh. Could I either do this, increase the number of... Oh, an additional trinket. Yes, please. Now, which one do I want to take, though? Heal all allies and boost them by 2. Boost all allies by 2 and damage enemies by 2. I think for now I'd take the Marana runestone. Busy with everything. Fizz is a busy man. Busy fizzy. And we have a battle here. Let's do it. As she traversed the Moulderwood, Meve always felt as if she was being watched. At times the queen thought she had glimpsed, eyes glistening in the thicket, that the rustle of the trees branches carried ominous whispers. Of course, these were often mere delusions born of fatigue and fear, yet not this time. Shortened battle. Family, friends, work, and your damn car. That sounds stressful. Okay, lots of special cards. Don't need the doggo. The doggo will be played automatically. That is not too bad, I guess. The healing could come in useful. This could come in useful as well. Let's try it this way. Could be a good Oh, what's this? Demon of the Wood. Whenever you play an elf, boosted by 1. Okay. Well, let's bring in these guys.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Some fog, okay. Okay, interesting start.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
Let's play these 3. Battle stories.
Thronebreaker.
Let's do that. The trap, so every time they play one in the first row, they get damaged.
Just for you, love.
Okay. Now, that's still not super useful yet. So let's play the soup. Let's actually do this. Let's get the fire maker. And we got the doggo, also nice. So here we have fire now, and here we have the trap, which is kind of nice. There was an old school email today that a car, mine, had a flat tire. Oh no! That sucks.
May your sword and arm be one.
I hope it doesn't get too expensive. That's always an issue. Okay. Continue to damage me. Well. The whole damage game I can play
Bigger
too.
they are, easier they are to target.
Now we will see who is weak.
And I destroyed that one. Oh boy. But now I can with this runestone, I can put this one to 4, this one to 4 as well, which means that these 3 will die when I use my leader ability, and then I can just hammer away on this one. Whatever's nice. Power steering pump on my car failed. My brother-in-law and I replaced it just to have a high-pressure power steering line on the power steering rack. Fail? Spewed $60 worth of awful fluid all over the ground. Oh, jeez. That sucks.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
So that. Not bad, just kind of embarrassing, okay. Most important thing on the car, but most easily damaged as they are always in contact with the road, so many nails, yeah. I think now's the time where we can use the runestone. Boosts us up.
Your vet will avenge us, Dwan!
Damage owned by 4. Kinda wanna prevent that. Yes.
Nothing personal, I assure
It's
you.
not really possible. And I could use my leader ability, maybe.
Have strength, my love.
By 6. I can't use my leader ability.
Prepare to fight
then.
if you've any honor.
Still looks pretty good with the ache. Fuckity fuck, oh fuckity. That really sucks, Fizz. I'm very
The
sorry.
storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can.
And we won. What is that? Your Majesty, something glitters and glimmers atop this cliff. A few brave souls are prepared to scale it. Perhaps they'll find something of value. Perhaps they'll break their legs. Let them break their legs. I want the card. Thank you. What do I care about their legs? I'm a queen. I don't care about our morale. Get to Uber everywhere. Oh no. That is even more annoying if you're then getting visited and you don't have the car to actually get around. So that was 700 gold. That is quite a lot. Oh no, what a tragedy. First the car and then that. Milady, look, the raven. It has something tied around its talon. Some sort of letter addressed to our enemy, perhaps. Likely worth a look, I'd say. Let's do it. Ooh. Okay. Kind of camp. Oh, and here's a little village. I like that. Let's get some good morale. Some recruitments. I'll talk to the guy with a question mark. Let's look around here. Queen. Markers have been added. There's a battle point of interest. Okay.
On the edge of the Moulderwood, there stood a small village, Crumhorn. The hamlet was surrounded by a high palisade, while the villagers carried makeshift weapons, flails, axes, and nail-studded planks. Life as the Scoia'tael's neighbors was clearly not easy. While her men rested, Meve approached two of the villagers. They lowered their heads in respect and fidgeted nervously with their shirt hems.
My lady, reckon you ought to know. Elves meeting traders in the woods at night. Buy swords, herbs.
Okay.
Rayla, who had overheard the conversation, twisted her mouth in a hateful scowl.
Hawkers stink worse than vermin. Willing to help murderers for coin. Please, milady. We must find them and punish them. You, talk. Where do these meetings take place?
The peasants looked at each other. One scratched his head, the other toed the sand. Finally, one of them blurted out,
Could tell you, my lady, yes, but only for gold.
Oh boy. Let's pay them.
I see I'm dealing with shrewd men of trade. Fine. Your fee.
Meve took a few coins from her pouch and tossed them on the ground.
And then
The
explode them.
peasants dropped on all fours and started snatching the coins from the grass, ignoring the contemptuous gaze of the Queen's soldiers.
Them orcas wheeled them goods to the old fishing hut north of here. Scoia'tael come a-crawling from the woods, the first crow of the cockerel.
The Queen told her men to prepare to fight the Scoia'tael and their abettors. Black Rayla sat on a fallen trunk and sharpened her sword. The grinding of stone on blade sounded a grim promise.
Okay, interesting. Let's see. I guess that might be the point of interest. It looks like a fishing village, maybe. So, let's continue there. But we will do that after a short break. It's about that time. I will take a very short break, and then we will continue with Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. Still very much enjoying that. I hope you enjoy it too. but I have lots of fun with it. Maybe you grab a drink, a snack, take a breather, stretch your legs or your arms or both of them. And I will do the same. And in just a couple